And we're back with North of the Broad with Bennett Schiller. Good to see you again. It's been a few months. I talked with one of your partners.
Yeah, it's been a while.
With Schiller and Hamilton Law Firm. And what we're talking about today is something we all have been bombarded with, the whole Camp LeJeune, the ads that have come on television, and really what happened, and then people wanting to cash in on possibly their disease and illness.
It's really quite tragic. And, I've been practicing law for 30 years, and I've seen a lot of catastrophic things, but this is very disturbing. And the more I read about it, the more frustrated and more angry I get. And we're starting to meet with families, and some of them are just devastating. It's like I met with one today, a couple, she suffered breast cancer, multiple miscarriages. He's had Parkinson's and has suffered cancer. And it's these same stories we're hearing over and over. So, the more I learned about this, the reason I decided to get involved is because our veterans deserve better than that.
So Bennett, let's go back to the beginning. What happened?
So in '82, they discovered some volatile organic chemicals in the water there at Camp LeJeune. And we're not talking about just a little bit. We're talking about a lot. We're talking about TCE, PCE, benzene, vinyl chloride. So essentially, underground storage tanks were leaking, dry clean solutions were being dumped into the water there. And for years, there was a slight cover up, but they finally kept the wells in '85. And then in '90, it was discovered that these chemicals were linked to a vast number of cancers and illnesses. And the litigation process began. And
then
there were many, many cases filed. It was classified as a multi-district litigation. A Georgia judge threw the case out based on the North Carolina statute of repose. The Supreme Court affirmed, so all of those cases were dismissed. But a new bill has come out, which is giving everyone a second chance at justice. It was part of the Pact Act that was recently signed.
Right.
And what it does, in the Pact Act is the Camp LeJeune Justice Act of 2022.
Okay. And so what does that mean for our veterans?
Okay, so obviously it's not just our veterans. It's anyone who
in the family,
right,
anyone who lived on that property.
Right. That's great. Anyone who lived, worked, or otherwise, including in utero, which is really important. So if your mother was pregnant with you while stationed or while living at Camp LeJeune. So we're talking about workers. We're talking about teachers. I've met with a teacher who was a school teacher there. I've met with folks who were students there growing up at Camp LeJeune. So essentially it says that anyone who lived, worked, or otherwise, including in utero, for not less than 30 days, and who have suffered illnesses associated or known to be caused by the contaminated water at Camp LeJeune, they have 2 years to file a claim against the United States. So it's not just filing with the VA. This is actually a civil action against the federal government.
And so how can your law firm help? If someone is confused, I do want to file, but I don't know where to go or how to do. So do we call you and then you help guide us through the process?
I think the first thing is to clear up a lot of misconception. I mean, there's a lot of bad actors out there. And most of these ads that you see on social media or on TV, these are call centers. These are advertising agencies that are not governed by the South Carolina Bar. Right. And what they're putting out is false information. That fill out this form to claim your cash. It's nothing like that. It's really disgusting what they're doing. What happens is they're getting all of these leads, and then they're selling it to law firms who then associate other law firms, and they pile all of these cases together. And these lawyers that are getting these leads from Facebook, they're paying this advertising agency lots of money. So here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. We're trying to bring people in and meet with them and hear their story to see if we can help them personally. And, it has been very troubling for us. I mean, the stories that we hear are really quite devastating. So, but the first thing to do is call, schedule an appointment, come in and meet with us so that we can discuss your case.
Because you truly care. You operate as a family, your team, your staff, the other attorneys, and then the people in the community.
Well, I'm a Citadel grad, and I had the great fortune of being able to go to the Citadel and go to law school because of our veterans. They fought for this country, they fought for our freedom, and they've given me that opportunity. So I really see it as an opportunity to give back. I've had the opportunity to speak at MVETS, and we're going to be speaking at the VFW tomorrow night, but we really do want to give back.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Bennett Schiller with Schiller and Hamilton Law Firm. Appreciate you being with us, and we'll be right back with North of the Broad.